The doors to the Viridian Tea House are open once more. Hey everybody, it's good to see you again. I hope that you guys had a wonderful Easter or a wonderful Passover. I am still in Passover, and but I hope that no matter what, that you had a wonderful Sunday. So let's get to the review, shall we? So this video subject is all about Italy. The two books that I'm reviewing today take place in Italy, and actually one of the authors is Italian. So without further ado, let's begin. So the first book I want to talk about is one that I had seen at my local library, Sheridan Library of Arapahoe. Yeah. I love libraries. What? I had seen this library book a couple of times, and I kind of thumbed through it, and I was like, I really am not interested in this. And I thought, you know what? Just go ahead and check it out. It seems interesting. Blew my mind. Thoroughly enjoyed this book, so much so that I'm currently reading her first book. And that's going to be in next week's review, actually. So this is Palace of the Drowned by Christine Mangan. And let me just read the inside of it for you. It's 1966, and years have passed since the initial success of Frankie Croy's debut novel. She has spent her career trying to live up to the expectations of her editor and fans, only to fall short with each new publication. Now, after a particularly scathing review of her most recent work, alongside a very public breakdown, Frankie retreats to her friend's vacant palazzo in Venice to recharge and get re-inspired. Then Jilly appears, a precocious young admirer eager to befriend her favorite author. Jilly seems determined to insinuate herself into Frankie's solitary life. But there's something about the young woman that gives Frankie pause, that makes her wonder just how much of what Jilly tells her is the truth. Set against the catastrophic 1966 flooding of Venice, the encounters between these two women will lead to a series of lies and revelations that will tragically disrupt both of their lives. I couldn't put this book down. I read this in probably 2 or 3 days, and I felt as though I was right there with Frankie and Jilly in Venice. I would love to visit Venice. I've seen so many movies, and I've read a couple of books that take place in Venice. But the way that Christine Mangan writes, you feel as though you have no choice, but you're right there with the characters. Very much cat and mouse, very much hard lefts, double entendres, things are not what they seem, secrets, and a crushing ending. It was crushing. That's all I can really say about it. It was crushing. For a myriad of reasons for me. But the book overall was a beautiful piece of art. And in fact, I'm reading her first book, Tangerine, and that's actually going to be reviewed in next week's video. But without going any further, Palace of the Drowned by Christine Mangan gets Viridian Tea House's 5 cups of tea for a job well done. Dark, disturbing, psychologically thrilling, obsession, art, being a writer, the torment writers go through. And you know what? Just a side note, my characters, I think I told somebody this once at a con. I feel as though my brain is this waiting room with really old magazines, maybe some highlights, and crummy elevator music. And whenever I'm ready to write a story, their number comes up. Now serving character number 86. 86, anyone? 86. Ah, yes, you, the witch. Come on. But I love a writer that can transport you from your living room, from your bathroom, from your job into whatever world they're writing about. And Palace of the Drowned did just that. So excellent book. And like I said, I will be reviewing her first book, Tangerine, next week. So job well done, 5 cups of tea. The second book actually comes from the fact that I have seen this woman's name all over social media. People love her. I think she's in that category of like Donna Tartt and Lydia Davis and Claire Massoud and Toni Morrison, you know, just those wordsmiths that can just take ordinary words and turn them into something else entirely. I had actually tried to read her books before, but I wasn't in the right frame of mind, and I'm glad that I've gone back to that. I'm glad that I have gone and picked up her book, and now I want to read everything she's ever written. Who am I talking about? Elena Ferrante, The Days of Abandonment. I'll just read the inside of it for you. This remarkable novel shocked audiences in Europe, clutching my pearls, with its unsentimental depiction of motherhood, marriage, and solitude. It tells the story of one woman's descent into what she calls an absence of sense. Olga's days of abandonment become a freefall into the most hidden corners of the soul as she roams the empty streets of Turin, a city that she has never learned to love. When she finds herself trapped inside the 4 walls of her apartment in the middle of a summer heat wave, Olga is forced to confront her ghosts, the potential loss of her own identity, and the possibility that life may never return to normal again, which was absolutely the truth. There were times when I wanted to slap her through the pages and shake her and say, "Get a grip. Get a grip." Having said that, she does get a grip. But it was painfully fascinating to watch this woman spiral downward so quickly. And it was just as amazing to see her rise up once more. I'm not giving anything away, I swear. Again, like with Christine Mangan, Elena Ferrante mastery of the words is phenomenal, and I will be reading more of her books very much. I am a devoted follower, you know, but yeah, it was, I think, one of the most painful and beautiful scenes that I read in The Days of Abandonment was the sex scene. There's only really one, and it spanned a couple of pages, and as you read it, you're drawn into, there's passion, but then there's also desperation, there's also validation, there's also embarrassment, and there's also a feeling of not redemption, but the question of, who are you? What's important to you? Also, I've never read any author describe a cellist the way that she describes Olga's downstairs neighbor, as he's giving a performance. Beautiful, tragic, painful read. 5 cups of tea from Viridian Tea House. You know, sometimes I love my books to be happy, go lucky, and upbeat and positive. And then sometimes I'm like, I want to listen to tragic opera and reading these kinds of books and just filling my soul with the bleakness that is living, or something like that. But yes. Elena Ferrante's The Days of Abandonment gets Viridian Tea House's 5 cups of tea. Merci beaucoup, grazie. Anyway, so let's get to the tea portion and carrying on with women who are creative. So I was thinking about brewing one particular tea, and I thought, no, you know what? This one is a little bit more close to home. So I brewed Jackie's Special Tea Blend. For as you know, Jackie Verona is the main character in my murder mystery series through Proce Productions. The first book is A Murder of Gypsies. The second one that just came out is called The Devil's Music. I have not written the third one yet, but I'm getting there because my publisher is kind of like tapping the watch and going, really? Come on, really? So Jackie's Special Tea Blend. Of course, Jacqueline Verner is an author and a lover of jazz, and she becomes a detective as well with her pal Monica, or Mooney. So this particular tea blend is Tumoy Purple Leaf Tea, given to me by the great folks at Asami Tea Company. Thank you. Also lemongrass, dried cranberries, and ginger. So this, I wanted to put some of it in a glass. That's the tea blend. It's a beautiful pale golden color. And as I've said before in other videos, purple tea is not really a green, it's not really a black, but it has a beautiful, beautiful taste and scent to it. Let me see if I can find some. Ooh, I don't want to be digging through this. Anyway, so this is what the blend looks like, if you can see it. And I'm getting the ginger and the cranberries, but so here's my lovely dragon mug. You know, I have noticed that whenever I brew my own tea, they never taste the same. Different steeps give out different parts of the blend. So right now I'm tasting pretty much the ginger and the lemongrass. The cranberries are kind of in the back, and then the final end would be the purple tea leaf. But still a delicious cup of tea. So once again, this is Jackie's Special Tea Blend, inspired by my murder mystery series, Jackie Verona, through Proce Productions. Unfortunately, I don't have any copies of the book in the Etsy store, but you can order books 1 and 2 on Amazon. Now, the tea you can order through my Etsy store, Viridian Tea Company, on Etsy. Just type it all in with no spaces. And you too can have Jackie's Special, made with Tumoy Purple Tea Leaf, made or grown by Asami Tea Company, LLC. Thank you again. All right, so before I wrap up this video, let me talk about the third episode. Was amazing. Oh my God. It just keeps getting better and better. For those of you who don't know who that is, this is Moon Knight, and he has finally a show on Disney Plus. The first 3 episodes are out. I think they release a new episode every Wednesday, so there's still time to catch up. It stars Oscar Isaac and Ethan Hawke. Wonderful, wonderful show so far. I'm totally digging it. This Moon Knight fan is very happy. So let me just recap with our tour to Italy. We have Elena Ferrante's The Days of Abandonment. We have Palace of the Drowned by Christine Mangan. Excellent, excellent books. Both of these received 5 cups of tea from Viridian Tea House. And our tea blend of the day was Jackie's Special, made with Tumoy Purple Tea Leaf. Grab a bag today. And before we get into the meditation, I also wanted to give a shout out to Apothecary Fairy in Aspen Grove in Littleton, Colorado. You can purchase some of my tea blends in her wonderful store that smells absolutely divine. And I also have some other good news, which I won't reveal until, if you follow me on social media, I will reveal it tomorrow. And also, too, I want to give a shout out to Candace of Tubby & Coo's Mid-City Bookshop. From what I understand, they have reopened and they are selling some of my tea blends, including the Tubby & Coos tea blend, which I do not sell. You can only get it from their bookstore. So that's Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop in New Orleans, Louisiana. I will be sending them a box of tea probably tomorrow. You see that, Candace? I'll send it tomorrow, I swear. So you too can enjoy some yummy, yummy, strange and unusual tea blends from Viridian Tea Company. Okay, so let's do some meditation. Find a comfortable position, either seated or standing up or lying down. Get a little comfortable, allow your shoulders to drop, and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. One more time, and when you exhale, just really let it just linger out of your mouth. No subject for this breathing meditation, just focus on your breathing for a couple of seconds. You can breathe normally. And now, as we end this breathing meditation, take one deep breath in through the nose and out the mouth. Slowly open your eyes, and we're back. Thank you, as always, for watching these little silly videos of mine. I don't edit any of this. This is just raw. And also, thank you to the recent subscribers to my channel. I really do appreciate it. And as I always say, thank you to the authors, the tea makers, the moonnighters, the creative people, and the non-creative people. Just thanks to humanity. That might be a little hippie of me. I just got back from Golden, having a lunch. Golden, home of Coors beer. So I might be still feeling the vibes, but you know, it's Colorado. But seriously, thank you for subscribing to this channel. Thank you for listening to me rant and rave and be silly and stupid, and also talking about one of my favorite subjects, tea. And I just really appreciate it. So until next time, next week, where I will be discussing two lovely, lovely books set in Tangier. That's gonna, yeah. Plus, I'll have a new tea blend as well. So I'm looking forward to next week. But until then, raise your tea mug high. Be good to yourself and to each other. Take care. I'll see you next week. Bye.